Hello, this is Becca from Willow Hill Designs. I hope everyone is doing well. Is everyone busy with shopping and wrapping and baking? It's such a busy time of the year. I am done with shopping, I'm pretty sure. But I am definitely in the midst of still wrapping and baking, so hopefully I'm hoping to finish a little bit early so I can just kind of enjoy the holidays, not so much with all the work. But today I am here with the 11th prompt for the year. These are 10 of the hexagons so far. These are 10 of the prompts, and I have number 11 here, which was weaving. And so for weaving, I decided to weave some wool threads. And this is actually crewel yarn. I was going to do fabric strips, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to cut them so small because I thought I would do a stocking, being that it's Christmas time. This is December, and I thought that would be nice to do a little stocking. So I chose to do some wool weaving, and this is the first time I've done anything like this, and I don't know that I'll do this again, especially with wool threads. I did the warp in the darker gray, and then I did the weft in the lighter gray of these crewel yarns, and it's kind of uneven, and it was definitely a bit of work. And one thing that I found as a tip to anyone that's thinking of doing anything like this, when you're putting down your warp threads, I would leave them a tiny bit looser. Don't pull them tight or just to the outline of the shape that you're doing. I would leave them a little bit looser because you're going to be taking up some space by going back and forth with the weft thread. And so if you did just make it fit, I think your image would pull up. I think it would kind of bunch up a bit. So this is right off of the surface. This is not attached to the surface. This is loose, but what I decided to do was just go around the edges with just a little tiny kind of a tack stitch with sort of an aqua color all the way around, just to sort of tack it down. And every so often when I would run out of the thread, the crosswise thread, when I came to the end, I would actually go down into the fabric and then tie it off on the back, so that did kind of anchor this. But for the most part, this is up off of the surface of this muslin hexagon here. So once I finished the little weaving of the stocking, I decided to put a little just kind of satin stitch with some blue for the toe, just trying to make it kind of look vintagey. And then I did a outline stitch up here with an aqua color, and then I wrapped it with a deeper blue, and then I did an outline stitch for the loop up here. And I was going to weave the cuff on the stocking with an ivory yarn, but I knew I wanted to put something in the stocking, and I was going to embroider some toys or something like that, and I would have to embroider them because if it's woven, I couldn't have tucked anything down beneath. So I decided to use just a piece of batting. So that's what this little cuff is made of, is just batting. And I stitched that down with just a whip stitch around the edge. But before I stitched that down, I took this little kitten that I had. These are little fabric images with some sort of a heat and bond adhesive on the back of them. And I just cut out her little head. Let's see, I have some others here. So it's a whole kitten, but I just cut out her little head. Here's one. Here's another. Here's another. I just think they're really adorable. Where's my favorite? Oh, this one. This is my really favorite one. Oh. I love her. I think she's beautiful. So I didn't want to cut her head off. I just said, no, I have to save her for something else. But this little girl, her hat was larger. It was a little more puffy. And I just cut it down to fit here because I knew that I would be putting the binding around the hexagon, and I didn't want the binding to cover her hat. So this is just her little head, ironed down and tucked in under here, and then I just curved the batting so that it looks like she's peeking out. So wouldn't that be a fun little gift for some little boy or little girl for Christmas? And so then I wanted it to look kind of festive, and so I decided to add some lace. Just kind of gave me the feel of snowiness, maybe frost on a window pane. And so I stitched down this lace that I have. I have some of it that I've tea dyed and some of it that is still white. This is from my friend in England, actually. And I love this lace. It's beautiful. So I just took some pieces of that lace and applied those down. So, and that's it, basically. I wanted to keep it kind of simple, nothing to take away from this, and this little stocking makes me think of the garter stitch that my mom used to do. She would make stockings, she would knit socks for the guys in the family mostly, and the girls, we would get scarves or sweaters or things like that. But one of them I remember was a seed stitch or a garter stitch, I think. I don't know. Knitting and I never did too well together. I was more of a crocheter, even though I love the look of knitting. I just wasn't good at it. But this to me is reminiscent of the knitting that she used to do, so I love it even more. So that is my little hexagon number 11. Wow, that is done. So I'll add that to my collection of hexagons. And then I think the next hexagon is, if I remember correctly, something sentimental. This is my very last hexagon and my last backing fabric that I have. I haven't even stay stitched this one down. I think this was an extra. So I have to stay stitch the batting to the backing of this little muslin hexagon. So thinking of something sentimental, I just thought of ice skating. I get very sentimental when I see ice skates because I loved ice skating. I would skate every day in the winter when I had a chance on vacations and things, and weekends. And I skated right well into my married years as well. Once we had children, though, we had the twins, I thought maybe I better be careful in case I break my leg. Who's going to take care of the twins? But I still love skating, and I still have my ice skates. So I was going to embroider a pair of skates on here or slow stitch them, but I just don't think I have the time because I still have to put this whole project together. So I loved this image. I thought this is very pretty. And it kind of goes with this color theme a little bit that I've been using here. So I thought this definitely makes me feel sentimental to see skates. So I thought I might use those. And then I have some little pieces of stamped muslin. Let Life Surprise You. I thought I might add that. I think the stamping on there is sort of a, well, no, I guess it's gray. I thought maybe it was a green. But I thought the colors kind of complemented this. The gray goes with the skate blades, or even the greenery. And I have this one too, which is about Christmas, brings gladness, and here's wishing you the merriest of Christmases. So I thought that little piece might look nice on there somewhere. I don't know. I have another piece of stamped muslin as well, so I thought I might use that, or maybe just part of it. I don't know, or I may put it with a little Christmas tree, sort of make a little collage on there. I'm not sure, again, just kind of guessing what sort of a little composition I might do on here. So that I think I will do for my very last hexagon. I think that'll be it. So now I have to put all of these on that treasured piece of quilt that I bought, that I have just come to really love. And I have to sort of decide where I would like each one of them to go. But I have finally decided on the fabrics for the diamonds in between, that form in between the hexagons as they come together. And this was just sort of a rough outline of where things would go. I just drew on with a friction pen where I would put the hexagons. And so these are the fabrics that I've chosen for the diamonds. There are some half diamonds on the edges, so I'll be using these. This is a Robin Pandolph fabric that is very vintage. It's probably 20 years old. So I've had this forever and I love it. It's a treasure. So these would be the diamonds that I would be using. It's a very pretty pale blue with roses on it. And here are the triangles or half diamonds, half horizontally for the pink. And then here are some half diamonds that are vertically halved. And so these are the colors I think I'll be putting behind these hexagons. And I'll just, I cut them larger. Here's the diamond. And I cut them larger. And I'll probably do a pink, blue kind of design. So I cut them larger so that they will overlap underneath the hexagons. So that's what you'll see. And then let's see, up here, actually that's supposed to be a blue one up there, but I'll work that out. And I'll have to turn these under a bit here. But it'll be pink, blue. It'll kind of go like this. And let me just move these down a little bit so that you can see. These are all set to go. So even when I finish the other, the last hexagon, I still have work to do. So this will go like that. And I'll try to bring this down so that you can see. So I'm thinking that's how it'll go. I'll have to work this out here so that that ends, that blue ends right where they join. So it'll be like that. And so that'll be the colors. And I think that those colors kind of complement this as best that I can. Out of all the fabrics out of all the colors of fabrics that I had and styles, I kind of like those the best. And on these edges, this is where the half diamonds will go, like this. And I'll probably have to be turning under some edges. I have templates that I can turn under the edges of those fabrics. I have a method that I love to use for turning edges under for applique. So it will be pink, blue, like this, down the edges. And I won't cover that scallop. That scallop will not be covered. So it'll be kind of like that. And then the hexagons will, of course, again, overlap. So you'll just see this along the edge. So I still have a lot of work ahead of me to do before we start the new. I know they've announced volume 5. So also when I am doing these diamonds, I will probably apply a little piece of lace to the center of the diamonds. I have lots of this lace left over from a wedding that our daughters were in, and I got all the remnants of this lace jacket that they made for our girls. And so I was thinking I would take these lace remnants and put them in the diamond centers. So there's still some logistics here to work out, but and it's so hard with the holiday. I mean, I just can't really sit down and do all this, especially making holiday gifts and things, some gifts here and there. So but that's basically what my little project for volume 4 will culminate in, is this beautiful piece of quilt being used to showcase all of our wonderful stitchery over the year, or I guess it was 6 months time, and they'll all be on the back of this beautiful old quilt that was hand stitched by someone with, I'm sure, lots of love. It's stained and everything, but I don't mind. I think it's just beautiful. So this is my last, or no, this is number 11 of this series of volume 4. I'll just give you a little close-up of this hexagon. Love that little kitty on there. I think she is just adorable. So, and I do have a little extra video that I may tack on the end of this, showing some things that I made for Christmas gifts. My sister and I usually make each other something, and I always make my children a little something, just a little, some type of an ornament or something to put their money in, or in with their money. I give them some gifts, and then I like to give them some money too. So I may tack that on the end of this, but if this is too long, I'll just make that a separate video and I'll link to that. So thank you very much for joining me for the 11th prompt in volume 4 of Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. I probably didn't even say that in the beginning, but thank you for joining me, and I'm wishing you many blessings and a wonderful Christmas holiday if you celebrate Christmas. I'm wishing you a wonderful and Merry Christmas, and see you in the next video. Bye for now. I'm back again. I just thought I probably didn't make it clear in the weaving for anyone that hasn't tried this or done this. When I did say that this is off of the surface, the whole stocking is not attached, but I probably didn't make it clear. When you come up from one end, if I came up from the top, I would bring the thread down and through the back. Then I would come up right next to it, come up so as not to waste the thread. In other words, don't go down and then come all the way back here and come up again and then all the way back up here and come. I would come up here, go down, then come up here, go down, come up here, and go down. So the warp threads are attached to the surface. All of the vertical threads are attached the lengthwise threads are attached to the surface. It's the horizontal threads that are not attached. Wherever you come up, yes, it's attached at that point, and then you just weave through over and under, and then coming back in the other direction and keep going back and forth. So the only threads that are attached are your warp threads, your vertical threads. These sides are not attached to the surface of your background. And that's why whenever I ran out of thread, I would go down, and at that point it was attached, but other than that, not. So that's why I did go through and just take a little tack stitch on all the way around the edge, just to secure the stocking so it didn't move this way horizontally, but vertically it is attached to the background. I probably didn't make that clear, so I just thought I'd share that and add that. So again, thanks again, and bye for now.